Okay, we are live. Hailing from the great cold state of Alaska, we are the Frozen Gamers Podcast. I am your host, Nathan Dugas. Returning to the podcast after months away is a man who is known by some as the hero in a half shell or the oyster, Mr. John Flam. You there?
You know that's right.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, did you hear my intro?
Hello. Yeah,
Hello?
I was hearing everything.
Okay, you didn't respond, so I wasn't sure.
Hello.
I hear you.
No, I did. You just didn't hear me.
Oh, that's
I know,
weird.
but before I responded, but apparently you didn't hear me.
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
Beats me.
I can do it again, and you can respond, or you can try to re-respond, and I can edit it.
Okay, what else? I just said that's right.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard that. It was delayed, so I wasn't sure. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so John, obviously it's been quite a while since you've been on. Why don't you give a little update of everything that's, basically what's been going on with you for our listeners?
Well, life has been crazy because summer finally came and been doing a ton of stuff. My family was moving, and so we're helping them pack, and I'll be moving here pretty soon. So it's just been a lot of packing and running around, and with work just crazy. So yeah, not too much fun, but it's all right.
Well, if you need any help with moving and stuff, just let me know, and I'd be glad to help.
Alrighty, well, I appreciate it. So yeah, I got this place till like the 1st, I think. So
Okay.
I'm gonna try to move after that, but I'm not sure what's going on yet. So I'll let you know. Appreciate it.
Cool. So is your family already moved then, or
Yeah, they moved not too
Wow.
long ago, and they got in Palmer now, so they've been setting up and whatnot. I haven't talked to them too terribly much, but it sounds like things are going pretty good.
Well, I guess that explains it. I mean, you and I haven't talked in probably about a month, so.
Right, yeah, it's been a while.
Cool. Well, I'm glad they were able to find some place to go and everything.
Yeah, it sounds like a nice place. I haven't even been there yet, which is pretty funny, but
Yeah.
So
Well, I know you've been obviously very busy poop smithing, so you probably haven't played a whole lot of games. But what are some things?
Like 2 games in this past week, and the one doesn't count because it was like 5 minutes of Mirror's Edge. And then I played a little bit of Killing Floor last night. That's about it.
Have you played anything else of note in the past few months?
For the Steam sale, I picked up 2 new characters for Borderlands, and I tested them out a little bit. I got the Psycho Krieg and then the Necromancer, and the Psycho is just ridiculous. But that's about it. I really haven't played too much, honestly.
That sounds sweet. I definitely am interested in checking that out. Of course, I've hardly played Borderlands since I last played with... Well, actually, I haven't played since I last played with you and Scotty.
Yeah, I think that was the last time I had played, and then maybe 2 weeks ago, I finally hopped on again because I was trying out those characters. Whenever the Steam sale was, I tried out those characters. And yeah, the Psycho's crazy because... Well, I mean, he's a psycho, and so his skill tree, like one of the trees, he lights himself on fire, and it gives him mad bonuses.
Nice.
So, but yeah, other than like those 2, nothing. My computer forgot what video games were. It's sad.
Yeah. Did you buy any other games on the Steam sale?
I really wasn't too impressed with what was on sale this time. That or I already owned it.
Yeah.
Right. All the things that I had already wanted, I bought last Steam sale, which cost me too much. But there were a couple that, like, a guy at work was like, hey, you should try out Space Engineer. And I looked at it, and it looked kind of cool, like a space sandbox. But I don't know. I just decided not. So, no, I just bought, like I don't know, $4 worth of add-ons for Borderlands, and that was, like, it.
Well, hey, that works.
Yeah.
I did buy quite a few things. I think the Steam sale happened after the last time we talked. So,
yeah.
but I mean, you might have already seen me playing some of them. Like I got Tomb Raider, the Survival Edition, which I just finished yesterday.
Sweet. What'd you think?
Get more into that a little. I'll get more into that a little bit. I'll just go through the Steam games I bought first. I got The Wolf Among Us Season Pass.
Nice.
I got System Shock 2.
That's a good one.
Shoot, maybe I should just bring up my Steam library. Actually, no, I have a list right here. Let me just find it. GameSpot. There we go. Okay. So let's see here. I bought Far Cry 3, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, both which were cheap. Actually, everything was cheap. The most I spent was, I think, like $8.50 for the Wolf Among Us Season Pass. Tomb Raider, Wolf Among Us, Fallout 3 Game of the Year, and Final Fantasy VII and 8, which I actually bought, even though it was during the Steam sale, I bought them through Amazon. But, yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So, as far as the stuff I've been playing, though, as I said, I played Tomb Raider. I just finished that up yesterday. Got 100% in all areas. The only thing I didn't do 100% on was I didn't fully upgrade a couple of the weapons. I think the assault rifle and shotgun. Or actually, no, it was the assault rifle and the handgun were the only two I didn't fully upgrade. But I got 100% of all the skills and 100% of everything in every area.
Nice.
Otherwise, so. But yeah, I loved it. It was excellent. I mean, the fact that I actually got 100% in all areas really says a lot about that.
Yeah, it's a quality game, and it looks awesome on PC.
Have you seen the teaser trailer for the sequel?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I mean, it's really brief. It's basically just Laura talking to, I guess it's a psychiatrist or psychologist, whatever. I guess we would consider psychiatrist. But anyway, just in regards to the experiences she went through. I mean, she doesn't really say a whole lot. It's more him talking. But the next one's called The Rise of the Tomb Raider, and it looks like she goes out and does a lot more exploring. But they kind of implied that was going to happen at the end of the other one.
Right.
But yeah.
No. If it's even like partially as good as that first one, I would definitely be happy because it was a solid game.
Yeah. I mean, it was really excellent, and I'm glad I finally decided to just go ahead and get it because I wasn't sure if my computer could run it real well. So I ended up just kind of lowering, I didn't lower the settings. I kind of kept it on default, upped the textures and the level of detail, and then just left it as is. I tried tweaking with things a little bit, but it started to slow down, and so I thought, okay, well, what I have is good enough. It's still a great looking game, and yeah. Did you play it all mouse and keyboard, or did you use a controller?
I know, like the one setting. No, I did mouse and keyboard the whole time.
Yeah. I tried doing that at first, but like dodging with
You still
the
there?
keyboard is always. I think there's a delay. Can you hear me?
I think we got a bad connection.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, so yeah, I tried playing a bit, with mouse and keyboard, but I was having problems with like the dodging. It's a pain with the keyboard, so I just pulled out my 360 controller and used that for most of the stuff, and then used the mouse for more precise aiming.
Yeah, I was all about the bow in that game, basically.
Oh yeah, me too. The bow was definitely my favorite, though. When I got the silencer for the rifle, I started using it a bit more.
Sure.
Mostly the bow, especially with the exploding arrows.
Yes, very cool.
That was awesome.
I gotta say, that was one of the few games, like, I mean, I've played some really good looking games before, but that was one of the few games where I walked around a corner and just had to stop and actually take a couple screenshots because it looked so good.
Yeah.
Very
I didn't try doing any like regular screenshots because I found that most games on Steam, it seems like I use the print screen function and it doesn't work unless it's just some.
Oh, Steam has a shortcut. I think it's F12, and it will take a screenshot.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I think that's what it is.
Well, that's good to know. I will keep that in mind for future.
So I would just like spam the F12 button. And unfortunately, I think I lost most of them, or I deleted them eventually. But they were.
Yeah.
It's a solid game.
Definitely. So yeah, I finished that. Since Wolf Among Us episode 5 came out this week, I finished all of that. I had already played through the first 4 episodes. That was excellent. Definitely worth checking out. The ending kind of left me a little bit confused, but apart from that, it was really excellent and well worth playing. Plus, cool. I mean, only paid $8.50 for it, so great deal.
Heck yeah.
And let's see here. I'm sure you remember me showing you Guacamelee before. Mm-hmm. Well, I finished that like early last week. No, I guess it was 2 weeks ago. I finished Guacamelee on PC, including all of the side like difficult platforming challenges. And after I finished that, later in the week, I decided. The following week, I saw that the Super Turbo Championship Edition, which is on Wii U, 360, Xbox One, and PS4, was I saw it on Wii U, so I decided to buy it that way because I ended up hooking up my Wii U Pro controller, which I got one of, to my PC to finish off Guacamelee because the D-pad on that is so much better, and it's just a better game to play with. It's better to play with the D-pad than anything else. So, so I got the Super Turbo Championship Edition on Wii U and played through that within a few days, and I loved it. Of course, it was just as great as the original, plus some additional stuff added, most of which was really great.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, it's still one worth checking out. The Gold Edition on PC is just fine. Getting it on PS3 is great as well. And well worth checking out. I realize right now you don't have a lot of time on your hands, but when you get a chance, it's definitely worth checking out. Or, well, actually, we could just do the Steam sharing at some point, figure out how to do that, and you could try it out that way.
That's true. I keep forgetting that they have that option now, which is pretty sick.
Yeah. Definitely have to do that sometime. I did play a little bit of Monster Hunter, first time in a few months. Just basically killed a couple of monsters, working on trying to upgrade a weapon, but I haven't played a lot of that. And let's see here, what else? Dissidia Duodecim. It's that Final Fantasy fighting game. I told you about it months ago for Vita, and I found out that I could import my data from the original game over to the prequel, the newer one, and so I had to restart on the prequel in order to get all my save data over from the original, but I figured losing 16 hours is not as bad as losing 114 hours.
Yeah, I'd go for that trade.
So I restarted that and was playing it a bit, but it's still an excellent game. And I guess all that's left is I just bought a couple of games today. Amazon had the Infamous 1 and 2 collection for $20.
Great
so I got
game.
That because I was hoping to play through those this year. And then I also got Adventure Time, Hey Ice King, Why'd You Steal Our Garbage for 3DS, which is one I've been wanting to play through for a while because I enjoyed the demo and I love Adventure Time.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's everything I've been playing. What kind of stuff have you been watching? I imagine you've been watching more than others.
Yeah, it's easier to hop on Netflix for a little bit than that. I've been started Arrow a little while ago, and that's actually been pretty good. I took a break. I think I got to like episode 11, which was pretty solid, but then I got distracted by Prison Break. I decided to start that one, and that one's actually been pretty good. So I think I'm on season 4 now of that, and it's been a good show. Sometimes in a show you're like, okay, when did they really decide to add this twist into the story plot? But it's good. I've been thoroughly impressed. So, let's see. Those are the main two that I've been watching. A while ago, I finished off Better Off Ted. That one was
Nice.
hilarious.
Too bad it ended, though.
I know, unfortunately. I would have loved to have seen it go for a couple more seasons.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones, but mass amounts of those, I should say.
Yeah.
So,
Have you had a chance to go see any movies in the theaters recently?
I don't even remember what a theater looks like. No, that's not true. I do remember what a theater looks like. But no, I haven't.
Yeah.
I think I've been in town once this summer, and that was mainly just to go get some contacts and glasses prescription, and then, like, I didn't do anything else except go to Red Robin, and then I left. And I was like, well, that was kind of a waste. But now I can see, so...
Yeah, seeing's usually a good thing.
And it's very appreciated.
Cool. Well, I've been watching a handful of things. I'll just kind of go over most of them briefly. Lots of Top Gear. We just actually watched the Middle East special, the one that Scotty talked about, where they went to Bethlehem and got frankincense, myrrh, and a DS for baby Jesus.
Hey, that's what he needs, a DS.
The best part about it, and I mean, you know, this is sort of a spoiler, but not. I mean, it's Top Gear. Is when they got to, you know, the manger scene where there's supposed to be a baby Jesus. It was a baby dressed up as the Stig.
Oh dear.
It was actually hilarious. I mean, it's borderline blasphemy, but it was. I mean, I know that that's not what they were going for. It was just
right.
a joke, and
just
it
something
was
funny.
The side gag of a baby in the full white suit with the helmet was hilarious.
Was he listening to random music with his driving gloves on?
Not this time.
Okay.
But yeah, so that I think we're on season 16 now.
Nice.
So there's, I think there's 20 seasons up on Netflix, or 19. Yeah, because it's 19 because they don't have the first season for some reason.
Right, which is strange.
Yeah. Watched a bit of Cheers. We're somewhere in season 7. I'm watching that off and on. Because of an episode of Top Gear, I decided to watch Jack Reacher. Because there was an episode where they had Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz on as their stars in the reasonably priced car.
Nice.
And
what did you think of that one?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I can't say whether or not it's something I would buy. I'm not sure, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, once and done. You know, not too bad for just something.
Yeah, and then I also got to watch Oblivion, which is another Tom Cruise one, more recent though, and that was also good. It was. I mean, some of the twists were sort of. I'd have to say I kind of saw it coming, but at the same time, it was.
Is that the new one that's in theaters, or has that one been out?
Well, it came out.
Or was in theaters?
It was. I think it went in theaters late last year, and I'm not sure when it actually came out on Blu-ray and stuff. But
okay, maybe it's not the one I'm thinking of then.
I mean, it is. It's pretty. It's his. Oh, I think the one you're thinking of. I think it's called Edge of Tomorrow, maybe.
That's it. Yeah, they have the mech suits and time keeps resetting. Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different one. But
yeah.
I mean, even still, it was a pretty interesting movie, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, I'd been wanting to watch that one, and I forgot that it was next on my queue, and it came in the mail, and it's like, okay, I'll watch it.
Sure, why not?
Oh yeah, and I also recently watched Elysium. It's with Matt Damon.
Yes, I've been wanting to watch that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think it's worth watching.
Nice. I've held one of the replica guns for that at the Weta Workshop, but that's about as close as I've been to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. I thought it was interesting enough. Worth checking out.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is we saw How to Train Your Dragon 2 on Saturday.
Nice.
I wanted to go see the new X-Men, but apparently the theater in Wasilla stopped showing it on Saturday.
Oh.
So we went in, we were on time for X-Men, and turns out it wasn't playing there anymore. But How to Train Your Dragon 2 was excellent. I mean, it was, I'd say it was pretty much on par with the first one.
My family went to see it, and they said it was really good.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
All right. Okay, well, how much longer you got before you have to take off?
A little bit more.
Roughly?
I don't know, 10, 15 or so.
Okay. So we probably won't get into the E3 stuff this week, but
that's okay, because I don't even know what happened.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been paying attention to any of it.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, apart from the little bit that we talked about, you probably wouldn't know too much. So I think what I'll do is I'll save that for another time.
Sounds good.
Maybe once things quiet down at work, you can kind of catch up on what some of the stuff is that's going on, and then at least you, me, and Scotty, if not also Ben, can talk a bit about all of that. It'll be very delayed, but it works.
That's all right.
So, all right. Well, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk about some of the recent news. Okay.
I did get a new gun though.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kind.
An M4.
Sweet.
Yes. Very happy. It is very fun.
Cool. Oh, and I got a new cooling pad for my laptop.
Oh, sweet.
I just got it a few days ago because my old one, I mean, it works okay, but especially with games like Tomb Raider, my computer was just getting so hot. So
yeah.
I finally just decided to look for another one, and I found one that it's massive, and instead of having one big fan, it has two smaller fans, but it still adds up to more fan, and you can adjust the position of them and such.
Cool.
And the only thing that I don't like about it is that it isn't powered by USB, so it has to be plugged into the wall. But it also runs. I mean, the fans run way stronger. I mean, right now I think I have it on like mid settings because I'm not gaming. But
right.
When it's on high, it gets pretty loud.
Sweet. Well, that's good. You gotta keep those computers cool.
Yeah, it's cheaper than buying a new one for sure. So
there you go. Well, laptops just run hot anyhow, especially when they have a dedicated video card.
Definitely. Okay. Well, we're back, so we're just going to talk about some recent news while John's still available. First off, today, Masahiro Sakurai, creative director behind Smash Brothers, all of them, but more specifically right now with the new one coming out for 3DS and Wii U, revealed some new characters. We thought it was just going to be one because that's what they made it sound like, but it turned out to be, well, really two new characters and one returning. First off, of course, Captain Falcon is returning. Not a surprise to anyone, not at all.
Gotta have him.
Yes. But two new characters. I mean, we had suspected long ago that, because of the trend that's happened in the previous Smash Brothers games, that there would be at least one new character from the most recent Fire Emblem game, and instead we actually got two. Technically, almost three, like 2.5. And for those of you who haven't seen this announcement yet, I'll explain that a little bit more carefully. Specifically, we are getting Lucina from Fire Emblem Awakening, as well as Robin, which is actually the playable character. It's the person you're playing as, both male and female versions, which presumably it's just alternate skins, since that seems to be something they're doing more of this time around. And then Chrom does appear, but he's actually part of Robin's final smash. So it ends up being Robin does magic attacks while Chrom slices the crap out of him with his sword.
Nice. See, well, my character was not named Robin. I was John. Go figure.
Well, of course.
What you could do is when you built relationships with characters up to a certain level, which with Chrom and the main character was really easy. When you would attack, the other one could, if you were in close like a square or a block away from each other, they would also attack. So basically, you got a double attack in, and so that makes a lot of sense why they would do that for the final smash. So the one time I was going against this enemy, and I had a higher speed bonus than they did, so I already got a double attack. So I go in for an attack, and then Crom goes in for attack, and then I would have had another attack, but by then it was obliterated. It was very, very satisfying.
Nice. Yeah, that's definitely an awesome feeling, but that's cool. It's making me want to play Fire Emblem Awakening even more, but I just still haven't gotten around to it. I mean, it's just one of the many, many, many games on my list to play. So.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I think right now... Oh, I actually did forget to mention one game I've been playing, and I'll just mention it briefly because I only played it for like 20 minutes, but Alan Wake. I went ahead and got both of those games because they were dirt cheap. So
nice. I really like Alan Wake, and the DLCs that came with it really help finish the story. Alan Wake's American Nightmare, I've played just a little bit, and it feels like, unfortunately, half the game that Alan Wake is. But like I said, I really haven't played too much of it.
Yeah, I played hardly anything, and there was another one I started with the mouse and keyboard, and then as soon as I got to the point where I had to dodge with the shift key, I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to do this, so I used a controller. But yeah, I literally just got to the town after he wakes up from his nightmare for the intro.
Oh, okay.
That was it. That's all I've done so far. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's a lot left.
Yeah. But anyway, back on topic. So, also in relation to Smash, recently Sakurai has been doing one of those things that he likes to do often, and that's troll us by showing some detailed models of other versions of Mega Man, which for Mega Man's Final Smash, if you didn't already know this, it brings all 4 different versions of Mega Man together to do a Final Smash attack. That's, of course, the original Mega Man, which is the one that you play as, and then Volnut, who's from Mega Man 64, and then Mega Man X, who's obviously from the Mega Man X games, and then Mega Man.exe, who's from Mega Man Battle Network on GBA. And he was trying to make us think, okay, these are actually going to be playable characters, but then he said, they're so detailed, I wonder why that is, and then he said, it's because they're trophies.
How rude.
But the thing is that a lot of times I've found in the past, when he trolls, it ends up being that those characters actually end up being playable in some form. So I think there is a reasonable possibility that those 3 alternate versions of Mega Man are actually going to be different skins that you can use with.
That's
Mega
what
Man.
I was wondering, if it'd be just like a skin or something.
I mean, it's very possible because he seems to be doing a lot more of that at this time. Like they also showed Little Mac. He has his pink jumpsuit from the original Punch-Out games as one of the alternate skins, or Wireframe Mac, which is from the arcade version of the original Punch-Out.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because, like, especially with the Mega Mans, I mean, in essence, I really wouldn't change their moveset at all, so why have 4 different characters of the exact same character, basically? Yeah. Or whatever it may be.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously yet to be seen, and from the sounds of it, we are still going to see, like 1 or 2 more character videos, like for new characters. So, who knows what they're going to be. I mean, I imagine that one of them is going to include Jigglypuff because she hasn't been revealed yet or confirmed yet, and
that's okay. I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, I know, but they're going to include Jigglypuff because it's been in every one of the Smash games so far.
Yep.
Same with Ness, and then they still haven't revealed like Ganondorf or Falco, Ice Climbers. There's
I think you said they did have. Falco. Never mind.
Yeah, Falco they haven't done.
Yeah,
Captain Falcon they have. But anyway, it's obviously still yet to be seen. We still have until October before the 3DS version comes out, and so they have plenty of time left to show the remaining characters that still need to be shown. But either way, right now we're up at, I think, 35 characters, and that's without some of the obvious returning ones. And then of course some of them they're up in the air. I mean, this is my theory, and I could be very wrong about this. I'm probably just getting my hopes up needlessly, but I think that they're going to have a reveal trailer from Mewtwo returning, and I mean, since he hasn't been back since Melee,
right?
And that's when they'll show Jigglypuff as well.
That would make sense.
That's my thought. I honestly would not be surprised if it's not the case. I've pretty much already resigned to the most likely reality that Mewtwo is not coming back, but he has trolled us quite a bit about Mewtwo in the past, so I think there's still a decent chance we'll see Mewtwo. But anyway. Just a couple more things here. First off, Hyrule Warriors. I know you've at least seen the original trailer. Have you looked at anything related to that game?
Yeah, I mean, I know I've heard of it, but no, not really too much more than that.
Yeah. Well, as of E3, they had shown that, of course, Link would be playable, obviously. Also Zelda and Impa. And they also showed Midna from Twilight Princess. And recently they revealed that Agatha, who was the bug catcher lady from Twilight Princess, is going to be playable.
Oh, okay.
One of the characters is a new one.
In the game.
Yeah. I think she might actually use giant bugs to attack sometimes or something.
Fantastic.
And then there's one new character. I can't remember her name. She has blue hair. Got blue hair.
Blue hair lady.
But she's not from Zelda. She's just a new character they made up. And then they also recently revealed that Fi from Skyward Sword is going to be playable. And
almost more annoying than Navi.
Yeah.
Actually, she was.
Yeah, she was. And that they're going to have alternate skins for both Zelda and Link, both their Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword versions.
Okay.
The latter, which I'm very excited about, because that means I get to play as Link from Skyward Sword, which is my favorite version. They're also going to have, as bosses, which potentially could also be playable characters, Gyurem from Skyward Sword, Zant from Twilight Princess, and the Imprisoned from Skyward Sword. Which is that big, tall, teethy thing.
He was huge.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be playable, or if maybe they'll have Demise playable or Ganondorf. I mean, it seems, I guess Dynasty Warrior games have let people play as villains before, from the opposite side, and so I can't see them not having Ganondorf and possibly Demise.
Right.
Gyurem seems like almost a definite character to play as in Zant, but anyway.
Yeah.
So I think that's some pretty cool stuff. I mean, I do have that game pre-ordered, and
nice.
I'm getting more excited about it. When I see all these little things that they're adding in, that just I think will add a little bit more to the game to make it less just a hack and slash, overly repetitive game.
No, they always do quality. I think it will be good.
Well, I mean, it's not being developed directly by Nintendo. It's being developed more by the people who do Dynasty Warriors. But either way, I mean, it still looks like it could be pretty awesome.
For sure. And when is the release date for that?
That is September 26th.
Nice.
So, just a quick note, real quick, or a quick question. Did you have a chance to check out the trailer for the new Zelda yet?
I have not, unfortunately.
After we're done talking, you should check it out. I mean, it's like a minute and a half long, so it won't take you long to look at. But just so you can see how great it looks and everything.
Sweet.
But anyway, back to news. I just have one other thing here. They Telltale released some teaser images from The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 4 this week. Actually, just today. And if it's anything like what they've been doing the past couple times they've shown teaser images, it means that next week the next episode will be coming out. So,
nice.
Have you even finished the first season yet?
No, I am on episode 4. I want to say.
One of these days,
I think it's 4.
Yeah, one of these days, you and Scotty need to finish season 1 so we can talk about it, because I've had it bottled up inside for like a year. Maybe not quite that long, but a long time, and I haven't been able to talk about it with you guys yet.
Yeah.
So, but that'll be cool. I mean, considering the fact that we talked about Heavy Rain quite a while, after the game came out and all that, I think we can probably make that work.
Right, for sure.
Cool. Okay, well, that's all we have for news this week. I didn't notice anything else important, and like I said before, as far as E3 stuff goes, we might talk about it a bit more later. Otherwise, you can check out another podcast I've been co-hosting on called A Secret to Everybody with Ben Stegner. And we talked pretty extensively about E3 for 2 episodes, only because the first one I lost my audio by accident. So either way, if you really want to hear my thoughts on that, just in case we don't get to it, check out A Secret to Everybody, episode 40. And so with that, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll go to our closing thoughts. Quick break. Okay. All right, and we're back with our closing thoughts. So, John, I'm just going to go first real quick just so that I can say one thing. I'm so glad to have you back, even if it is for a short episode. It's been, I've missed you and Scotty and Ben so much on this podcast, just having the opportunity to talk to you, and obviously we have more chemistry because we're good friends and everything. So
right,
thank you so much for joining me tonight, especially with it being pretty short notice. That's all I got.
Oh heck yeah! I mean, it's life, just getting in the way or whatnot. But no, it was good to carve out a little something. When you texted me, I was thinking about it. I was like, I think I can squeak some time. So no, it worked out good. So heck yeah.
Yeah, so you go ahead. That's all I got for closing thoughts.
Alrighty, well, yeah, just glad to do an episode real quick, and no promises on any more anytime soon, but we'll see what we can do. Like I said, I haven't played too many games, so I can't give too many recommendations, but a dissuasion would be hiking a mountain and then expecting to be able to move the next day, because I definitely did that this summer already, and yeah, I felt like a 65-year-old man. So there's that too.
So was that Gunsight or something?
Yeah, I hiked Gunsight in the fog, and we couldn't see anything. But it was great. It was good. Good stuff.
All right. Okay, well, I guess that just brings us to the closing here. If you'd like to subscribe to our podcast, you can do so via iTunes.
Or via. It's really via. He's lying to you.
I've heard it both ways.
No, I'm right, you're wrong.
You can follow us on twitter.com/frozengamers, like us on facebook.com/frozengamers, and check out our blog at frozengamerspodcast.wordpress.com. There we have detailed summaries for each episode, including what music is featured and artwork I put together each week. Be sure to write us in with questions, whether gaming related or not, and comments on anything you've heard through the aforementioned sources or through our email address, which is frozengamerspodcast@gmail.com. For myself, my co-host John Flam, and my absent co-hosts Scotty Yar and Ben Greason, we are the Frozen Gamers, and we will be back with you next time.
See ya. Yeah, both of which are somewhere in Alaska, which I'm not sure where.
Yeah. I know Scotty said he's going to be out of town for the week.
Yeah. Well, I know like last week he was up towards Toke pretty much the whole week and whatnot, and then he's been in Cordova, and I don't know where else. I just know a couple of those places.
Yeah. I'm not sure where Ben is. I mean, I know obviously he's doing trail crew, so he's been out a lot, and
yeah, I saw him. It was quite a while ago, and I was asking him about his schedule, and it was like, 10 days on, like a couple days off, 10 days on. I was like, oof, sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not expecting him to be available at all this summer. I figure he's probably going to want to take his moments to enjoy Netflix and whatnot on his days off. And
Right.
I can't put him in there. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
So, well, yeah. Hey, too bad it was pretty short. I got some insurance paperwork I gotta go over, unfortunately. All that fun stuff.
The thing is I still am really glad to have had you on.
Oh, heck yeah.
And, whenever things calm down, we can definitely do some more. And obviously, if you need help with moving and stuff, just let me know, and I'd be happy to do whatever I can for you.
Okay.
And if it's, just hauling stuff in my van down to your new place.
Sure. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, it's still I don't know, 2 weeks out now. Whatever. But I'll let you know if I need help. My family is coming down to help move, which is going to be great.
That's
so
great.
I do have help, but I'll let you know. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
So, cool. Well, have a good night, sir. I'm glad we can catch up for a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll talk to you some other time.
Alrighty, take care, man.
You too.
Bye.